Hey guys, Papa Pete here, back with a first pickup video for my trip to Too Many Games last weekend in Oaks, Pennsylvania. It was the third year that we'd gone. I had a good idea of the kind of things that I was looking for, and it certainly didn't disappoint me at all. Stick around, I'm really anxious to show you all the things I picked up.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
The first thing I want to talk about, I talked about a little bit in my last video, but it was about the great opportunities to meet people that we've been working with, that I've done videos with, that have helped me with my videos. First time I got to meet them face to face. And oh my God, it's like sometimes you meet people and it just doesn't disappoint. These are some absolutely great guys. I got to meet Asha for the first time face to face, and I got to meet the guys at the Rebel Gaming Club. I had met them last year, but really didn't know them very well. It was sort of different to get to meet them this year, and it was an amazing experience, and I really had a good time all weekend. Anyway, first thing I want to show you is something that Yese had asked me about the week before we went down. He said, I have this, and listen, I want to get rid of it. Would you like to have it? And the answer was, yeah, I really have always wanted one, because I have great memories of this when I was younger with my brother-in-law. He always had one. And what he brought me is he brought me Commodore computer, Commodore 64. And he tells me I haven't got it hooked up. I haven't hooked it up since I get home yet. I'm going to find a special place for it to hook it up, get it running. Came with the case. It also came with a tape drive, maybe from the VIC-20. And most importantly, I'm going to be really careful picking this up. It came with the disk drive in great shape. So down from Ontario, back to New Brunswick. I'm so happy to have that. I can't express my thanks to Yese any more than there's no way I could express the thanks that I feel for that incredible pickup. Along with it, it's got the guide for the drive, and he also brought me a couple VIC-20 cartridges that he had kicking around in the box. Jupiter Lander and Cosmic Cruncher. I remember these when I was like really young, like 10, 12, when the VIC-20 first came out, people having them. There's a Commodore 64 hardware and software guide, along with the manual for VIC-20 and for the Commodore 64 itself. So what an amazing pickup. Thank you so much, Yese. And it doesn't end there. I had to get them out, but he also sent me a list of stuff. He's trying to get rid of a lot of his games. He was bringing some down, just basically get rid of them. And he says, take your pick. What don't you have? Well, I got 200 and some NES games, but there's still a lot of games I don't have, obviously, like 600, 700. So he also gave me these games. Iron Sword, Wizards and Warrior 2, Demon Sword, Wheel of Fortune. Because you know what?
What?
Wheel of Fortune is a fun game to play. I don't care. It really are. They are fun games to play on the old NES systems. Cobra Triangle. That's a great game. I can't remember who it was that I saw doing a Let's Play with that the other day online. They were live streaming it. It was about 3 or 4 months ago. It was pretty interesting, really. RC Pro Am. That is a game that I played when I was a kid, 14, 15 years old, and how much fun. That was an incredible amount of fun when I was a kid, and for whatever reason, I had never picked it up. I'm really anxious to play that a little bit. It's so much fun. Faxanadu, or Faxanadu. I don't know which way you pronounce it. If it's Xanadu like the movie, it'd be Faxanadu. If it's like a Faxanadu. Either way, it's a real classic on the NES, and thank you very much for giving that to me, Yese. And the last game is Mission Impossible. Amazing, eh? Like 7 games, Commodore 64. What a great guy. Okay, so this is going to be a video of some of the other things that I picked up. Not necessarily the games per se. There's going to be some games in here. I just showed you a few games. But other things that were given to me but that I didn't necessarily purchase. So I'm going to include the t-shirts that I picked up in this. First thing I'm going to show you is the Too Many Games Star Fox style t-shirt. Now I got that because I bought the Final Boss Pass. I bought the Final Boss Pass the first 3 years I was there. You've seen the purple shirt and the orange shirt. The purple one is Splatoon, and the orange one is Jet Set Radio style. Well, now they got Star Fox style this year. Amazing. It's a really sharp looking shirt, and the only way you could get it was by being a final boss. Now, this shirt, I've wanted it for a while. I love this guy in some ways. I'll explain it to you later how kind of I don't at the same time. He knows I do, but anyway. Finally picked up an RGT85 shirt. What a great channel he has. I'd love to have the gift of gab that guy has, to be able to get a subject. He can sit there, sit down for 5 or 10 minutes, and just simply talk about whatever he wants to do, whatever he wants to talk about. And he always manages to explain the point very clearly, work his way right around, and come back to the final point he wants to make. It's a real gift to have that gift of gab. It's a real skill. The next shirts I got were on sale in the vendor area. They were like $20 a piece, or 3 for $45, so of course you're gonna buy 3, right? I bought one for 64-bit, and what did I have to get? I had to get an Atari shirt, another new Atari shirt. Now I asked if they had an Xbox shirt. They didn't have any because they don't get enough requests for them. We'll see. I'm gonna check their website. Maybe they'll get them. But in the meantime, I got a Dreamcast shirt. That's a really sharp looking shirt. Okay, so here's something that I picked up. I ordered it before I went, and it came in just as I was leaving. So I ended up taking it down with me and bringing it back. But this is something that I think is really neat. Paid a little bit of money for it, but when you have a collection like mine where you have so many discs, I think it's really worthwhile. Also, there's no place to do it right around where I am, like in our local area. So I don't know if I could do it for other people or not, like charge a small fee just for the cost of supplies and such. But anyway, I bought myself a JFJ disc resurfacer. I got that on Amazon. Came in like 2 days, so I'm going to play with that. Like I said before, I've picked up a couple of disc games at yard sales this year that don't work on my Xbox. So I'm going to work away at getting them working, and maybe I'll make a video or two about somebody who's inept, mechanically inept like I am, trying to get something like this to work. I think it's pretty foolproof, really. Hopefully it works well. I was walking around the vendors area, and I was absolutely shocked to see this. I haven't done a whole lot of Intellivision videos yet because, frankly, the reason I'm having a hard time figuring out how to capture the Intellivision video, because I want to be able to do it like I do my Atari 2600 reviews, where yes, I use emulation to capture it, but with the television it's not as easy to do so, and I want to be able to use my own gameplay to explain the different aspects of the game that I remember so well from my youth. So in the meantime though, I really love Intellivision, and I've always wanted one of these. I was walking around the corner and there was one sitting there, and I thought it's probably too expensive, and it really wasn't that bad. So I picked this up. A Sears video arcade, the Intellivision that Sears put out. It was a super video arcade was what it was called back at the time. I love collecting the games in the brown Sears boxes, and I really didn't think I'd ever get one of these, but bang, there it was. That was early on Friday. I didn't let it sit there. Saw the price on it, and I said, thank you very much. I think I'll take that. So happy to have that. I'm going to try to collect the different consoles for Intellivision. I'm not going to pay all outdoors for them, but I'll wait till I see them. When I saw this, I knew that was my opportunity to pick up the Sears model of the television. One of the things I really love are video game books. I love collecting the different books on compilations of all the games. I've done videos on like the SNES, the complete SNES guide by Jeffrey Wittenhagen. I've have Pat Contry's Ultimate NES book, and I also have several books by this author, who I was very happy to see was coming up to Too Many Games. I remember writing him last year in 2017 and saying, are you coming to Too Many Games this year? I'd like a chance to meet you. And he wasn't, and this year he did. So I think this is the 3rd or 4th or 5th book that I have by this author, but the name of the author is Brett Weiss. He's from Texas, and he does this series of books, the classic home video games. And the one that I bought from him down there was 1985 to 1988, so a Sega Master System and the NES. I already had the earlier version, which covered the Atari 2600. I think it was the Odyssey, the Intellivision, and the ColecoVision. They're great books. He also has another one, Top 100 Console Games of All Time. Highly recommended. RGT did a video on it. Oh, it's a couple years old now, and that's where I saw it. It really piqued my interest because they're games from when I was a kid that I really enjoyed. I highly recommend getting his books. Had a great time meeting him there. I saw some posts of his afterwards. He had a really good time while he was there. If you were there and saw him, great. If you haven't, watch for him on Facebook. Check out his website. I really recommend you pick up his books. They're great compilations of the entire series. Like, for example, this was a little write-up on all the NES, all the Sega Master System, and it's just very well done. Thank you, Brett. The next thing I want to show you took me right off guard. I've been making these videos for 2 or 3 months now. Notice I've turned my background a little bit because I felt I was getting a little stale always sitting behind my desk. I'm still going to be behind my desk quite a bit, probably for the next video too, but I just wanted to do something a little different. This really took me off guard a little bit because a fella came up to me. I was sitting there with the RGC, and a guy came up and said, "Hey, Papa Pete, I brought you something." And it's Brian Culpepper from the Co-op Collector. And if you haven't looked at his page, take a look at his page on YouTube. Does some great videos. They're really well done. He's a great guy. And he said, "I know how much for your videos that you love Star Wars, so I brought you something." And he brought me a copy of Star Wars Rebel Assault. I couldn't freaking believe it. It just took me right off guard, and I was so happy to have received this. Thank you very much, Brian. I really appreciate it. I can remember this game back in the mid-90s, about the time I was getting out of university. Now, it's from 1993, but it's complete in box. It's got the CD version, and also has a sampler in there of other LucasArts games. All the manuals and such are there. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. It really made me feel very good for Brian to come up to me and say that he enjoyed my channel and he had watched enough that he knew how much I love Star Wars and love Star Wars games. So thank you, Brian, once again. It's the third year that I've gone down to Too Many Games. There's still some people there going into this year that I'd seen them around, but I hadn't really talked to them yet. I'm a bit of an introvert. I don't mind talking to the camera too much, but I really am not big or very good at going up to somebody and introducing myself. That being said, that's why I put in my video. Please come up to me because you know what? I really like it the other way around. Anyway, this guy I had seen in several different videos. I started watching his videos over the last year because I really find what he creates to be very amazing. It takes a lot of talent and a lot of skill. And I'm talking about Square Painter. So I went up and talked to Adam this year. Before I ever went down there, I thought to myself, you know what?
What?
The one thing that I want most of all when I get down is I'm coming home with a painting to put on my wall. I don't know where I'm going to put it because everything's pretty full, but I'm going to find a place for it because it's very special. Because it takes a lot of talent to do what he does. 2 or 3 days before, actually I think it was the night before. It was the night that I was already down there, but the night before the convention. I was in the hotel and I saw the video that he had created showing all the different paintings he had made or was bringing to Too Many Games. It almost was like a little shopping thing that you could look at all the pictures or watch his video and decide which ones you would want. Friday, I didn't wait at all because I knew that the paintings were going to be gone because people are going to buy them. So I picked the one I wanted online. I thought, well, I'm going to go take a look at them in person and pick them up. So we didn't talk to him. We talked about the videos he'd made, how much I enjoy how good of an idea I thought it was to make that video showing all the paintings before the convention, as well as how awesome it is really to sit there. The 2 or 3 minute videos he makes high speed of him making one of the smaller paintings, they're great. They're a lot of fun to watch, and it takes a huge skill to do that. And it ended up making a great friend. He was an excellent fella. I can't wait to talk to him again next year. Maybe I'll talk to him online some. I don't know. But you know what?
What?
He's a great guy, and I got an excellent picture from him. Kung Fu! I am so happy to have gotten this. And this has really got a place of honor in my room. There are a lot of things in here that you buy because you like sports teams. There are a lot of things that you can... Some of the things, though, the pictures and such, some of the things, though, are special. This being a handmade painting by Square Painter, right there. Hopefully you can see that. This is something special. I'm so happy to get that, and all I can say is I can't wait to go back next year, if I do get to go back next year, to see what I can buy from him next year. Thank you, Adam. It was awesome, and it was great to meet you. Okay, the last bit of stuff that I want to show you in this video has to do with a special group of guys who I met them for the first time last year, started watching their videos, interacted a little bit, got involved with making some videos, and just basically love the stuff they do. You could tell that they love collecting video games, they love everything about it, and they love entertaining their fans. Okay? They love entertaining the people that are on their stream, and they're genuine, nice guys who want to interact and like the people who watch them. So of course, I'm very proud to have bought Rebel Gaming Club shirt. I got the older version because I'm sure there aren't too many of these ones left. I like this version. I like the other version too. That's what you see a little bit more right now. But I don't care. I got this one. I'm going to be getting another one in the future, I'm sure, when they change their versions. Now, also, as you probably know, Dan has started collecting Xbox as well. They're getting ready for their big concert on Sunday. They had a table on Saturday, and when I went in and saw them on Saturday, the first thing they did is, I think it was Jordan come up to me and said, "Hey, these two are for Papa Pete." And find them. They walked up and gave me a copy of Haunted Mansion and Splinter Cell. What is that? Pandora Tomorrow. Well, they had a bunch there for sale too. And the prices were awesome. So I said, well, I could do better than that. I got the t-shirt from them. And I also bought a copy of Mortal Kombat Deception, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, and the next two I had copies of, but I didn't have manuals. And these are both in a lot better shape than the copies that I had. So I got a copy of Batman Begins with a beautiful manual, and a copy of The Suffering. Again, I recently got that. It was in one of my videos. And that has a beautiful manual. So once again, I just want to express, I got some of the games they gave me for the Rebel Gaming Club. I bought a few from them. What a great bunch of guys. I'm proud to be working with them a little bit. You'll see more Papa Pete reviews, Papa Pete interaction in their videos. So I'm looking forward to doing it. Hopefully you're looking forward to watching it. Alright guys, that's it for part 1 of my Too Many Games 2018 Pickups video. Amazing stuff. I'm so happy to have got it all. What great friends I have. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about some of the things I picked up. Or if you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them. Glad to get your opinions. But in the meantime, stick around for part 2 of my video. I've got some amazing pickups in the games. The next video is going to be almost all the games that I picked up and bought while I was down there. I'm going to see how many I get through. There might have to be 2 more videos, but I'm going to try to get through them all next time. Anyway, I'm Papa Pete. Thank you for watching. Take care, guys.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50,
You're watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer.
What the hell?